Good evening, Obama, fellow Toastmasters and guests, and especially to our Kiasu, Kiasi, and Kia and K Posa. Now, somehow, I always feel engaged and I always feel interacted on your speech. I always enjoy it. Why? Because the way you deliver your speech was always so natural. You deliver your speech in such a conversational manner that we feel interacted. The way you speak is so natural. Instead of looking at someone who's giving a speech, I feel that you are someone who's trying to tell us something. And the way you deliver this, it breaks down the barrier between a speaker and an audience, making us feel engaged. Now, let me move on to the objective of the speech. Project 3 itself is to study a speech that determines its general purpose and specific purpose. Jimmy, why are you laughing? Okay, let me go through this one by one. Basically, your good point is that the way you study your speech topic and the way you open your speech, you start out with KKK, and people were wondering what is he going to say. And it catches our attention straight away, and we know what you're going to say straight away. We know that you're going to talk revolving around KKK, although you keep it a secret at first. But we know what you're going to say next, which serves as a good way to tell the audience what the purpose of your speech. Now, so I shall tell you more about your good points later on. Because of the time, I shall just move on to the points of improvement. Because I always overtime, so. Okay, for the points of improvement. Now, every speech, as you all know, it's obviously that every speech must have a specific purpose. And this is what I want to say about the points of improvement. Now it's clear that your objective of your speech is to tell us to be less kiasu, kiasi, and kepo, to be more keen, whatever and whatever. But which means that you are trying to inform us and to inspire us that you should be less kepo. Now, in every inspiring speech, whenever you're trying to inform us, whenever you want to inform something to an audience, there's always one thing that you always start with. You need to tell us why we should do it. You need to let us identify the problem first, because what we perceive, what you say need to be improved, may be perceived as something that you're doing is right. For example, Devina, will you be less capable from now on? No.
Oh, you know.
No. See? Now you should.
Bias.
Now this is what I mean by identifying the reason of what's the rationale of you telling us the speech. Why should we change this? Why should we do as you say? Reason is most important. And one suggestion that I would like to give is that when you are crafting your speech, you could always look through it again, and this time from an audience point of view. After you finish your speech, read it again and see whether you yourself as an audience will be able to identify the purpose of your speech itself. And if it's not, then find a way to improve it. How can you achieve this purpose? But all in all, because my time is, because the flag is red, all in all, it was a wonderful speech, and I look forward to your speech. Back to you.
Thank you, Confident Communicator Wiki, for its evaluation of Toastmaster House Project 3. The next evaluator will be Confident Communicator Devina, who will evaluate Toastmaster Benjamin's Project 3. Devina, please.
By the way, I'm not capable.
Okay.
I care.
Oh!
It's different, you know?
Yes, Mom.
Who think that Benjamin
Yes.
speaks very amazing? Give big round of So, congratulations, you finished and completed the P3, and then I really look forward for your P4. But in this evaluation, I bring 4 things that I really like about your speech, and 2 points of improvement that you may improve to make your speech become better in the future. The first one, for the area of improvement, I really, no, sorry, the things that I really like about your speech. First is, I really love you open the speech with the quotation about a wise man said about something that really summarized about your speech. Like, yeah, as we know that if we want to open a speech, we can start with something like quotation that Benjamin done, or asking a question or interact with the audience. And I like the way you open with this kind of things. And then you also bring the experience of yourself into your speech, which is very well done, because in every speech, it's better to engage audience with your experience, because the personal experience is the very simple example for you. Okay, I'll come there. yeah. Very easy to example for the audience to engage, because it's a real thing that you really experience it by yourself. And then the third thing that I really like from your speech is you use the repetition and emphasize in the thing that you really want to give you want to emphasize, such as never, never, and never. Is that right? Yeah, I really like it. Just like our Toastmaster Sadiq, they always use that kind of repetition. It's really great. And the fourth strength is you have a very wonderful organization of your speech. You start. Okay. I know. You started with the perception of the society about how is the beauty itself, how this beauty really impact in the people nowadays. And then you come into your personal experience and come to the end of the speech, which is to persuade people more. That's I really like about your speech. And then move to the area of improvement. I noticed that you, when come into this stage, you tend to stand in here, and then you really focus in the left side of the room. And then I really sit in there, and I wait you to move a bit and then look at me, but you never look at me. It's really hard. Okay.
Who are you looking at, Benjamin?
Who are you looking at? Okay. Yeah, that's why it maybe you can improve it in that. I know that some of people like stand in the one point and then just do the speech and use the eye contact. But you can move, but use the movement that really necessary for your speech. It's okay. I just want to finish my evaluation. Yeah, I'm sorry, a bit long. Yeah. Then the second area of improvement is the general purpose of your speech. Your speech is to persuade, right? To persuade someone, and then the specific is to persuade people to feel beautiful about themselves. Is that correct? Yeah. But I noticed something, that the majority of your speech is tend to explain about you spend most of your speech in the how is the perception of beauty in this society nowadays. I noticed that kind of, which is more to inform, like it is like the information about how people think about beauty nowadays. I noticed that kind. Because you want to persuade someone, I give a suggestion to you. You want to persuade someone, it means you want to, really engage with your audience, right? You want to engage with it, with every audience. You want to touch their heart. Okay, you are beautiful. It's better to use something that more personal rather than you spend the most of your speech on the information about nowadays beauty. So it's better, like I suggest you bring like the rhetorical question, like for example, how do you think about yourself? Have you ever see in the mirror and then see, oh my God, why I born this way?
Oh.
Like that. You really want to persuade them, you really want to touch their heart. You better do something that really personal to make the impact deeper. Thank you.
Thank you, comedian communicator Devina, for evaluation of Toastmaster Benjamin's speech. Okay, for the last but not least evaluator, we have the handsome and competent communicator Magnus to evaluate